Second Cup is brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Care Center.
It's all Jordan's fault. Good morning, everyone. She's doing too many things at once. Glad you're with us to start the day on this Tuesday. Welcome to Second Cup. I have my friend Jordan Patricia Broking here. Doesn't Jordan look so pretty today? Oh my gosh, love your fit check. OOTD.
Thank you.
Love it. You look great, Jordan.
Thank you.
Hope you're off to a great start. You know, speaking of outfits of the day, what a nightmare. So, Katie's off, obviously.
And Ed doesn't know how to dress himself.
Seriously. We often are, well, not you and me. Katie and I
was about to say.
are always matching, right? We know this is a fact. It happens. But she's off. So I pick the color. So I'm like, okay, it's Christmas Eve, so I'm going to wear red.
Oh, thank you, Peter.
Peter, that's nice. Well, anyway, it's Christmas Eve, so I'm going to wear red. I'm like, red, blue shirt, blue suit. That'll be awesome because not only is it Christmas Eve, but the Bills are also in the playoffs. So I'm like, this is awesome. I'm going to show my Bills support. Okay. So I'm like, great. I'm going to wear my red and blue. Please follow me on TikTok by searching Dranch, and you will see this exclusive content.
Yes.
Add it.
Get it back. There it is. Get the volume up.
If you're like me, you can totally feel my pain. So it took me about 4 hours before I realized that I was wearing a blue jacket with black pants and brown shoes. Literally thought I was wearing blue pants until I wasn't. What a joke. How embarrassing. Has this happened to you? Anybody else feel my pain? Let me know in the comments. I got dressed in the dark. If you're a shift worker like me, you can totally feel my pain. So it took me about 4 hours before I realized that I was wearing a blue jacket with black pants and brown shoes. Yeah, what a hot mess. I mean,
Pretty much.
does this happen to anybody else? I mean, I swear to God, I thought I was wearing blue pants until about 6:30 in the morning.
And to be fair, I've been with Ed for, 8 o'clock, about 4.5 hours now. I didn't realize.
No, it's been much more than that.
Okay, about 5 hours now. And I didn't realize his whole snafu until he actually said it. So.
What a nightmare. I'm so embarrassed because really, first of all, there was a guy who, when I was working at Channel 4, his name is Joe Malillo. Great guy, super funny, not in the business anymore. But he came to interview, and I remember this vividly. He was wearing brown shoes with a gray suit. And at that point, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, what are you wearing? Only years later to do the same thing. What a mess. I'm telling you, I was so embarrassed when I looked down and saw black pants with brown shoes. I'm sure you still looked great. Thank you, Sarah. That's very nice of you.
Like I said, I didn't realize it until he actually pointed it out.
Marguerite says, I had a coworker who wore one navy shoe and wore one black one. See, that's embarrassing. Howard says, what's the difference? Is it no matter? It's just the brown. It's the brown belt, it's the brown shoes, and the black pants.
Like I told you in the newsroom, it's like the navy that you're wearing, or you were wearing, it's on top of your chair now, doesn't clash too much with the black. It's
right.
Brown shoes.
Exactly.
That are the little eyesore.
Heather says, this is too funny. Yes, I do it with my shoes all the time. I leave shoes under my desk just in case. I wish I had another pair of pants someplace. I don't.
I mean, you have a million suit jackets.
Exactly. I guess I could have just worn the black one, but then that would be even worse with the brown shoes and the brown belt. Well, and surely that's the point, is that Russ isn't even awake. I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning and left by 3. I mean, we're talking middle of the freaking night. I am getting dressed in the dark.
Yeah, see, Linda's like me. We wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't said anything.
I know. But it was feel my pain. You could totally empathize, right?
Yes.
Diane, that's the thing nowadays. 2 different colored shoes. Right, I guess so. We don't see all of that, Connie says. Don't worry, Ed. We won't be calling Stacy and Clinton from what not to wear. No ambushing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, in the meantime, if you're on TikTok, please follow me. Search for Ed Dranch, and my account will pop up. It's just @Dranch. And I'd certainly appreciate your follow so that you can make fun of me.
I already do.
Corinne says, getting dressed in the morning, your eyesight is not awake. I've looked weird many times, right? Rachel says, just lay your clothes out the night before. Rachel, come on. That would take so
Do you
much
think Ed
forethought.
really plans stuff far ahead?
And that's the problem, is that Katie tells me the morning of what to wear. So I'm just in that routine, and it's so hard. Exactly, Mark. Now we know why you need Katie.
Yeah.
Shirley says, take the pants off. You'll feel better. Baby, that is ratings gold. Putting on a show. You want it? I got it.
Jesus.
Barb says, Ed, you looked awesome. Connie says, take your outfit of the day before. Well, and again, it's all Katie's fault. So blame Katie.
And when Katie's off or doesn't respond right away, who gets a text?
Well, no, if she doesn't respond right away and she's not off.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I get the text.
Because I don't, Katie is in this weird stage of life where she
has an almost 1-year-old.
Exactly. So, yeah, right. It's a weird stage of life. So
I wish she was here to hear that.
She's up at weird times of the night. She's, if she's up at 11:30 to 12:30, or she's up at 1:30, I just want to make sure she didn't fall back asleep.
Yeah.
And didn't miss her alarm. And I just want to make sure that she's awake and she's coming to work. And, I've got her back. She's got my back. I'll do anything for Katie. And that's just because she's one of my closest friends. And, I want to make sure that, because what'll happen if she doesn't get that phone call from me, or she's not awakened.
She'll be in a panic.
A panic? She'll kill me. And she'll kill you too. Murder.
Maybe you, not me.
Oh, no, girl. You'll be done.
She would be like, okay, it's Jordan.
No, she'll be like, Jordan, why didn't you call me?
That'd be you.
You're right.
Because you'll text me, and then if I tell you, okay, I heard from her, all right, you don't even bother calling her back at that point. You're like,
Exactly, right, exactly.
But if she were to fall back to sleep after she were to text me, let's say, if she was running late.
I would still call her back. You're right. Okay, fair enough. I just want to make sure that Katie's okay. Anybody, you just got to make sure your babe's okay. Jeanette says, accidentally wore my fiance's one loafer to work because we have the exact same pair of Sherry's. I don't know what the Sherry's are. I guess I couldn't tell that one shoe was way too big. Kathleen says, not much to figure out. A shirt and pants, easy. It's the tie you need to make that hard choice. Well, here's the thing. So, sometimes it is hard because, if Katie says black and brown one day, that we are then going to have to wear black and brown. I can't lay out a blue suit and be like, okay, match her black and brown with blue. It doesn't work like that. No, it's much easier when Katie picks the color of the day of.
Even with that, though, there are still some moments where when you'll bring in, let's say, she tells you wear green.
Right.
You bring 3 or 4 different green ties.
Right.
And you match it with her, in person.
Okay, actually, there's a funny story about green, because the one day that Katie said wear green, I did bring a couple of different ties with me. And, I forgot to ask her before she went to go do her hair and makeup. So I knock on the door and I stick my head in, and because there are 2 bathrooms. There are 2 bathrooms, a men's bathroom and a women's bathroom. And that's where everyone gets ready. So I knock on the door and I stick my head in and I go, Katie! And she goes, yeah. I'm
she's
like,
gonna kill you for telling
no,
this
she's
story.
not. She's not going to carry anything. It's embarrassing for you. She goes,
for me? It's not like you. You're the one who was.
She goes, yeah, come on in. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, Katie, which green should I wear? And then I hear Jordan's voice from inside one of the stalls.
Because she was talking to me before you
and
walked in.
I'm like, oh my God, Jordan is going to the bathroom right now. This is how, Katie, how can you let me in?
No, that's not what happened. You walked in and you said, Katie, you wait here? She tells you, yeah. And then you go walking into the bathroom.
No, I asked if I could come in first.
Yeah, okay, you did do that. But then I didn't actually speak. I flushed, and then Katie was like, oh, by the way, Jordan's in here. And he goes running out the bathroom. Sorry!
I was so embarrassed. That's mortifying. Jordan's taking a deuce, and I'm here.
Mind you, I spend maybe 2-3 minutes in the bathroom. This one spends triple that.
Oh,
so.
I know. So funny. No, I'm just kidding.
Especially
Giving you a
with
hard time.
his, you know what?
Yeah, irritable bowels. Ryan says, how about the snow this morning? Hopefully we have a white Christmas. Nope. No dice. Jeanette says, does Katie do her own makeup? Yes, we all do our own makeup. And then Jeanette says, you're just a group of siblings over there. Right.
Pretty much.
Here's the thing. We're so
comfortable with each other.
Yeah, and just lucky to have like a group of people who you genuinely enjoy. Not that I don't enjoy everyone. I mean, frankly, I don't, but I do. I really do love the people we work
I was
with
about
in
to
the
say
morning.
it's like the Grinch. It's like his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Yeah, it's true.
I cannot believe you told that story.
But it's all true. It's all true,
It is.
Jordan.
It's just so funny though.
Keep a change of clothes at work like we did in kindergarten. I guess I could, Kareen. Peter, you could revive WKRP in Cincinnati and have WKBW in Buffalo. I see potential for a new sitcom. Honestly, there's so much here that could work. There's so much material.
If these walls could talk.
No kidding. Let's talk Bills here this morning.
Woo!
A huge deal for us. We are in the playoffs for the 7th straight year. Here are the standings right now. The Broncos are in. The Patriots are in. The Jags are in. The Steelers are in. Are those the Chargers? Who are the Lightning Bolts? Yes, the Chargers are in. The Bills are in. Who's out? Kansas City and the Dolphins. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Patty Mahomey. The Texans, though, are still searching for their spot. So, will they get in is a good question. Actually, I take it back. The Steelers are also still looking for their spot. Right now, it's the Bills, Chargers, Broncos, Patriots, and Jags. They're all in. But here's the question. Will we get a home playoff game? And if the playoffs were today, the answer is no. So what does that mean for you? That means that if you want to go to Highmark Stadium, if you are interested in saying goodbye to all of those memories and those good times that you had in the stadium that you may remember or may not remember, now's the time. So happy for the Bills. Let's keep it going to the end, Linda says. Marguerite says, so nice to get along with coworkers. It's amazing what one bad egg can do to morale. No kidding. Noreen says, back in the day, we had so much fun, then everything got serious and not fun. Look, I don't take myself too seriously.
I don't either.
And I think that's how you create community. Like, if you take yourself too seriously and you've got an ego, then, that really kills the vibe.
100%.
And, like, I obviously want to make sure that everything is right and everything's accurate and that I don't sound like a moron on TV. So I, hold myself to a really high standard, and I think I try to bring everyone else to my standard as well. I agree. I think that it's just important that everyone's on the same level. And, we talk about things after the show and we regroup and we do better tomorrow. And it's as simple as that.
Yep.
Julie says, hopefully our Bills will be nail bite us to the Super Bowl. Oh, got it. I understand. Yeah, hopefully they get to the Super Bowl. That's for sure.
Yes.
Lori says, I don't think there'll be a home game during the playoffs. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Howard says, as soon as HR gets involved in the workplace, everything takes a turn for the worse. Don't trust HR. No, we have really good HR people.
Yeah.
Kathleen says, don't forget the Sabres have a 6th game winning streak. Right. The big question is, will they get that 7th game under their belt, that 7th win?
Under the Yarmo era.
The Yarmo era. The Sabres are playing Ottawa tomorrow. Tonight? Okay.
Yes, tonight.
Yes, tonight.
Tonight.
Because that blood drive is also today. Right, okay. So if you want to donate blood, you'll get free tickets to another Sabres game. But why is this one such a big deal? Why is this game such a big deal? Is because they're playing Ottawa. Ottawa is just ahead of the Sabres in the standings. So if we win, that could just be good news for all of us. Bonnie says, guys will be back that are hurt, and talking about the Bills. Yeah, that'll be great. Troy says, okay, so if the Patriots lose their first playoff game and Bills move on, I will root for the Bills.
Why not root for the Bills anyway?
Seriously, Troy. You got to believe. Surely, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We won 7. I get it. It's from the Bandits, though, not the Sabres. Mark says, Ed, did you hear the Kansas City Chiefs are going to Kansas City, Kansas in 2031? Yeah. Yes. What? I mean, okay, we were talking about that this morning in the newsroom. What do you guys think about that? That Kansas City is not only moving cities, but also states. Right? They're leaving Missouri to go to Kansas. That to me speaks volumes, right? Okay. And here's why it all happened. This is the backstory. People in this county where the stadium is overwhelmingly voted to reject a tax break for renovations to the stadium. And so as a result, the team's moving.
Yep.
They're going to a new stadium in Kansas City, Kansas. And so we have experienced something like that before, right? When Ralph Wilson died, there was a question, who would buy this team? You know, ultimately it was Terry Pagula.
Yeah.
But there was question about John Bon Jovi. There was question about Donald Trump. And we know that Bon Jovi had intentions, if he bought the team, to move it out of Buffalo, which would have been detrimental to Western New York. Noreen, let's go Buffalo. Shirley says, Ed, I think the Sabres used that cheer way before the Bandits. Oh, I had no idea. That's interesting. Mark says, Kansas is giving them as much as the Bills got. Wow. Marguerite says, if anyone recalls, Trump thought Kansas City was already in Kansas. Well, okay. Lori, end of Mahomes and the stadium. You think?
This is a good one. Don't forget the Bills are the only New York football team.
Sure are.
Giants and Jets, while they call themselves in New York, they're in New Jersey.
Right.
So,
look, taking the Bills out of Buffalo would be...
I don't know if I could really imagine Buffalo without the Bills.
Right. I mean,
to be honest with you, like, I mean, I know there's been talks of, or people have said in the past, that the new stadium should have been built in Buffalo itself, or it's closer. But even that, though, like, to just have it entirely dismantled from here, or even, I think you said earlier that there was another idea that it was potentially going to Toronto.
Right, under the Bon Jovi era.
Yeah. So, I mean, that also would have been, like, pretty detrimental to that, because then you would have had just, the Sabres and the Bandits here.
Bandits, right.
And then, who knows, did Pagula already own the Sabres when he bought the Bills, or no?
I think he bought this. Gosh, I can't remember, to be honest with you. That's a good question.
Because I was going to say, like, if
I can't remember what happened first.
I don't know how much that would have really impacted the Sabres and Bandits after that.
Oh God, somebody, let's see, who?
Just look it up.
Yeah, I'm going to. Somebody weigh in here though, because my computer, of course, is. Oh God Almighty!
Look on my phone.
Did Terry Pagula buy the Bills or Sabres first? Bought the Sabres first in 2011, and then Ralph Wilson died, and he bought them in 2014. Right, okay. Yeah, Sabres first. Okay. Exactly, Howard. If the Bills left Buffalo, it would literally kill the Western New York area. The place would become nothing. I mean...
That's what I was going to say, because what else is there really besides the Bills? I mean, you have Niagara Falls, which, yes, like, that's a tourist attraction.
Right.
That's all the way up in Niagara County. I mean, Erie County, and you don't really have anything else really here.
But even the draw, I mean, the Bills are a draw for thousands, tens of thousands of people from all over the place. I mean, people come from all over the country, in fact, all over the world, to come and see them play in Highmark Stadium.
I feel like we have at least one story every single time there's a home game at the Bills where some sort of fan that went from, let's say, Indy, Cleveland, like all the way on the other side of the country has actually come cheer on the Bills. I think, as you said, especially also with their streak right now, their hot streak of getting to the playoffs for now the 7th year in a row, we said today. Josh Allen, I mean, the momentum just keeps growing for the Bills right now. So I feel like if they were not here at this present moment, it would just be a huge loss.
Noreen says, can't imagine life without the Bills. Cheryl says, why would you ever make the Buffalo Bills leave Buffalo? That's insane. We're Buffalo Bills. We play in Buffalo. Right. And there's no talk of them leaving. I'm just saying, like, you know, back in the day when there was concern that they would leave. And Sarah, exactly, like, this is, I think, the same thing. This is
100%.
Our whole personality. It's
100%.
not the Sabres, you know, and to their credit, they're doing well right now.
Yeah.
But when you are in Buffalo, there is a much different vibe when everyone says to you, hey, go Bills.
Yeah.
Instead of like, have a great day, it's go Bills.
Go Bills, yeah.
Or, you know, you're outside of Western New York and you see somebody wearing Bills gear and you say, hey, go Bills.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like that automatic connection where you're like, we're cool with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And like, that kind of gives me chills because
I mean,
Buffalo,
the Bills are everywhere.
Yes, but Buffalo is such a unique place that what brings us together is something that is so unique that many other cities don't have, right? I mean, there are only 30 some odd teams in the NFL.
32? 31? 32, yeah.
And for us to have that team in Western New York, it does wonders for our morale.
Well, yeah. I think the Bills are probably, like, in my opinion, by far not just with the team itself, but the fan base and just the whole community aspect of the whole. They kind of stand out from any other team.
Mark, this is interesting. A few people at ESPN say Josh should be MVP again.
I mean,
do you think that would happen? Has that ever happened where there was the same MVP 2 years in a row?
I feel like it has. Yeah, I don't remember who, but I feel like it would have been.
Kathleen says, would be awesome in history if both teams, Bills and Sabres, make the championships and win. No kidding.
That would be really good.
Wouldn't that be something? Troy, I do support Patriots and the Red Sox, Boston Celtics, and Boston Bruins wins or loses. I'm a diehard fan. Okay, fair enough. Sarah said, Heather, rather, it would be horrible if they left. This is what Cleveland went through with the Browns when they left to go to Baltimore, and it was all about a new stadium. It was horrible. Not enough recognition for the Bandits. They've made the championship so many times. Yes.
I was going to say that, too. I feel like if the Bills were not here, you still have the Bandits that are doing so good. But then again, it's like how no shade to them whatsoever, but how far can lacrosse culture really spread?
Well, a lot of
like there's a lot of different teams here, but I don't feel like if you're comparing, the Bandits to the Bills, I feel like there's going to be a whole lot more Bills fans. And I think there's like more recognition towards the Bills.
I agree. The Bandits are great. They're looking for a four-peat, and people pack the stadium every single time they play.
I think it's almost sold out every single time.
Yeah, and it's so much fun. But yeah, you're right. There's a little bit of a different culture between lacrosse and football. Both are great. They're fun to watch. But, football is what brings us together every Sunday. My mom says the Bills are Western New York. It's a vibe. So, growing up on Long Island, we, I didn't really care about football so much. Like, it was Jets and Giants. Again, they're outside of New York. The Jets would have their training camp at Hofstra University, and that was kind of cool to go and see them practice. But beyond that, like, I had never gone to an NFL game.
Really?
Yeah, I'd never even considered myself a football fan until I got to Buffalo almost 15 years ago. And it was, okay, like, you're in Buffalo. This is a way of life. Like, it kind of opened my eyes to football, to the excitement surrounding the game, to the camaraderie of my neighbors. And bringing me into the fold, it kind of like sucks you in like a black hole, you don't leave. And it's super exciting to be part of that Bills Mafia, right? It's that way for a reason.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, I'll say it now, even though my team is not doing so hot right now.
You're a Giants fan, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a big Giants fan, even though we are.
Well, you're from New Jersey, so that makes sense.
Anyway, I was going to say, I feel like even that fan base kind of translates into other parts of the country as well, like the Bills do. But I feel like they're also still, even with Highmark Stadium here, and when the Bills and Giants do play, whenever they do play, rarely, I feel like there is still that nice kind of somewhat camaraderie there, even though that the Giants, yes, are not technically in New York. I feel like there's not so much animosity towards, let's say, like, if it was like a Bills and Jets game, like, that's when there's going to be a whole lot of,
but even
talking.
Still, when you see a Jets fan or when you see a Giants fan outside of New York or New Jersey, you're not yelling Jets, Jets at them. You're yelling,
Go Big Blue.
Or you're not even doing that. No, come on. In the airport, you're not yelling, Go Big Blue. You're saying, Go Bills.
I said, Go Big Blue at Highmark Stadium to a Giants fan.
Are you nuts?
Well, it's when the Giants actually won. There's also preseason. So.
Kathleen says, Sabres last week crushed the Flyers on my birthday. Best present ever. A lot of cities have Bills backers bars. That's true. Peter wants to know, what part of New Jersey are you from?
West Orange, about 30 minutes outside the city and about 20-ish minutes outside of Hoboken.
Okay, there you go. Noreen says, I love our Buffalo Bills. They make me so happy. Right. And you know what's so funny is that, like, win or lose, people are still behind them. No one, like, we all get pissed with the Bills. Everyone's saying...
Heart attack every single Sunday.
Exactly.
That's why, honestly, I know you and Katie hate the late games for good reason. But, for me, like, I kind of like the late games.
Well, you're up anyway, right?
I'm up anyway, and it's not like I have to go calm myself down after being on such a
That's fair.
high.
Yeah.
When they're playing, let's say, at like 1 o'clock, by the time that game ends, I'm trying to go back to sleep, when I have to go kind of calm myself down from whatever just happened.
Luck.
Yeah, exactly. So...
Jeff Baker says that only you can get away with it. Go Big Blue. Are you out of your mind? Ridiculous.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that.
We are just, one day away from Christmas?
2.
You're right. Listen, a good Jewish boy, I
How many times have you had this
Well,
in scripts today?
I'm just trying to think, like, what does the countdown actually say, though? Doesn't the countdown say, like,
17
one day?
hours or whatever? 16 hours? 15 hours?
1 day, 15 hours, 34 minutes,
6
0 seconds until Christmas.
And then Santa, 19 hours, 34 minutes, 30 seconds.
Until he starts his trek around the world. But don't forget that Santa was here a little bit early. He made a surprise visit here in Western New York yesterday and spoke with us exclusively on Second Cup. What I learned from Santa is that kids should be in bed, and by 11:30, they should be asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, many parents would say, look, you need to get to bed earlier. 7:30, 8 o'clock, especially if you're young.
My parents tried that, were not successful.
And I understand how exciting it is that Santa's coming, but he knows if you're sleeping.
He knows when you're awake.
Exactly. So you've got to be able to get yourself in bed and sleep and counting sheep before the big man in red can come.
Mm-hmm.
Mark says, Ed, Long Island is known for Belmont Park. I know. That's where the horse racing is. I know.
Always forget
Belmont, very, very well.
I forget that all the time.
Kev's here with us. He says the entire region is intimately tied to the Bills. It's almost spiritual. It's so true.
Very spiritual.
That's what I love about this area. And, again, we're from Long Island. So, when you come here, you don't understand the culture until you kind of, embrace it and then go headfirst into it.
I agree. Even coming from New Jersey, I
Yeah.
had no idea what to expect of the Bills. I mean, again, they're a big team, obviously, but I had no idea culture-wise until I stepped foot here.
What I think is so interesting, and I say this everywhere, I say it to everyone who will listen, you don't understand Buffalo until you're in Buffalo.
Yes.
And, people crap all over Buffalo. It's too cold. It's snowy. The Bills suck. We're a drinking town with a sports problem, like all of these things. But realistically, what we have here are really good people. Mm-hmm. We have people who care about each other.
City of good neighbors.
Exactly. And, certainly there are times where things get dicey and, we kind of question that mantra. But at the end of the day, we're all here to be part of a bigger community and to be part of a place that we choose to be.
Yes.
And want to love. Jeff says rather. Sorry, Jeff. Jeff says, Santa knows Ed's not that good. Sorry. Tina says, Santa was great yesterday. Yeah, he sure was. He was awesome. It was so nice to hear from him and have a great conversation. It was a very nice conversation with Santa. Kathlina said, I loved listening to Santa's voice yesterday. He was wonderful. She says she's been a good girl. Kathlina also says, we have not had a bad winter. This is Buffalo. It might be 45 to 50 tomorrow. Who knows? Right, exactly. Fair. It could be spring today and, the dead of winter tomorrow.
Linda's comment also is me. I'd rather have the snow than the hurricanes, tornadoes, and earthquakes.
No kidding.
Even though I think Buffalo had an earthquake before I got here. But
yeah, oh my gosh, 2 years ago. KD was on the air for it.
It was not 2 years ago.
How long ago is it?
I mean, it had to be almost 3 years ago because I've been here.
No, I guess so. It was February.
Of 23?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so almost 3 years then.
Wow. I was in Napa for that, and I remember, we saw that there was an earthquake in California, in Buffalo, and I was like, what are you, what? We woke up later and saw the news, and we're like, what? That's so crazy. Ryan says, all I want for Christmas is snow. Won't be the same dry. Yeah. No dice. Jeanette says, no, I just want to go sledding on Christmas with the little kids just one day this year, please. We have had tornadoes. That's true.
That is true.
And Jeff says, I miss putting things together for the grandkids during drinking beers in all hours of Christmas Eve. Well, you still probably could. What's stopping you, Jeff? Mark says, we do get tornadoes. Yep. Yes. Surely we had a tornado here about 25 years ago. We had a tornado here a couple of years ago.
I was going to say Eden. It was almost 2 years ago now.
Downtown Buffalo. I mean, when you're talking about the weather here, certainly it is changing very, very fast and all over the place. Julie, though, I've been a Bills fan since they first began. I dated Coach's child many years ago, Harvey Johnson's son, Dan Johnson, who's passed away.
Interesting.
Jeff Baker, then redoing it on Christmas Day. Jeez Louise. Listen, we got to get the show on the road. I am off tomorrow. No show here on Christmas Day.
Yes, and there will be no 5 o'clock stream or Second Cup for both tomorrow and Christmas Day. So Ed will be back for the 5 o'clock stream on Friday.
And Second Cup on Friday
And
as well.
Second Cup as well. But yeah, no Second Cup tomorrow or Christmas Day itself, and then no 5 o'clock tomorrow. Or no 5 o'clock stream, I should say.
Hope you have a great holiday.
Happy holidays.
Peace on earth and mercy. What's the next word? Da na 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 na.
Mercy to all, I think.
Da na 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 na. Coming
He's
from a
been
Jew.
really trying
I have
to
no
do
idea.
these Christmas songs like all week.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bye. Merry Christmas.